Hello Magic fans and welcome back to the channel. This is Merlin's Magic and today I'm going to be showing you a performance and also a tutorial on the 6s and 9s trick. So as always I'll show you how it looks to the spectators because it is a really powerful trick. So if you want to go and perform this to your family, friends, people at school, it's a really cool trick with minimal sleight of hand and setup. So I'm just going to go straight into the trick. So a lot of people ask magicians, the most common thing they say is, oh, I don't want to play poker with you because you know the order of all the cards, or you can just make any hand appear at will. And with that being partially true, today's demonstration is just going to show you it's not they know the location of every card. What they actually use is called an estimation. So on with the trick. I'm just going to go and find two random cards here just to show you that principle here. So there we go. As you see, we've got the black 9 and the black 6. So I'm just going to put them into the deck here in different order. So I'm going to, we look at that, I'd say that maybe 21 and 29 cards down. So I'm just going to place them in here. So let's just think, okay, 21 and about 25, right. So as you're ready to see, as you see, the black 9 and the 6 can be procured with the slightest hand gesture. So that is the performance of the 6s and 9s, and now let's get on with how it's done. So for this trick, it needs just a small setup. What you want to do is go ahead and find the black 6 and the black 9. And make sure they're clubs and spades alternate. So have the 6 of clubs and the 9 of spades, or the 9 of clubs and the 6 of spades, because this is actually called in psychology terms is a pseudo pair. Basically meaning they look similar at the casual glance, but obviously they're not an exact match. And that is basically with the progression of time when you go into the trick, the mind works, it groups things together. So it will group the black 6 and the black 9. So I never said I've got the 9 of spades and the 6 of clubs. I've got the black 9 and the black 6. That's the only information the brain will take in. So when you then produce the cards at the end, they won't realise it's not the same cards you had at the start. So that is basically how the trick works. So you go ahead and place the 9 and the 6 on the top and the bottom like that. So make sure, like I say, it has to be the 9 of spades and the 6 of clubs for this to work. So then you go and say about this, it could be a gambling trick, how magicians use it to locate cards. You go on about the estimations, and that's what really sells it. So you go ahead then, and without flashing the top or the bottom cards, you go ahead and find the other two cards, which are the other matches. So you get the 6 there and the 9. And with this part, when you reveal, say I've got the black 6 and the black 9, don't give the audience members too much time to look, because if you give them too much time, they'll actually notice and remember what the suits are. Whereas if you casually kind of turn them a bit like that, saying you got them, they're not actually paying too much attention because they're listening to your voice and they hear the black 6 and the black 9. But don't do something cringy like that and then look like you're having a spasm, because they'll just think, okay, what's this dude doing? So just casually turn them a bit and then place them face down. So now all they're remembering is black 6, black 9. You then go ahead and place them somewhere in the deck like this. And this is where you mentioned about the estimation, saying this is where your acting comes and goes. Saying, I think this is about 28 and 35 in the positions. Then you go ahead and press that in. You can give it a little bit of a dribble as well, just to take the illusion that one step further, that they truly are somewhere in the middle of the deck. Then all you do is, with the bottom half of the deck, you place your 4 fingers like that. And on the top, obviously, you've just got your thumb. And that means when you have the emotion of throwing, you'll only retain the top and the bottom card. And the rest, with a bit of practice, will land in your hand. And of course, they'll think they were the cards that were put in the middle, and actually they weren't. They were the ones that were on the top and the bottom. But because they are similar to the cards they've just seen, they will assume, just because of that, like I said, that brain categorizing cards together, just because they heard the black 9 and 6, that's what all the brain will remember. And this will work on 98% of the spectators you try. I've never had anyone say, "Oh, that's not the right blacks, that's not the right 6 and the right 9. Again, it's like I said, it's just the brain will just believe what you say to be what it is. And so that's a really cool, amazing trick. All you need is a deck of cards. You can have a borrowed one, because obviously you can just go through and just say, look, they're all in a random order. And as you're going through, just casually place the 9 and the 6 on the top of the deck, and then you're ready to go. So that's the first trick. I'm going to show you a coin trick now. Again, I'm going to show you a performance, and then I'm going to show you how it's done. This one is, I would say, one of the most basic coin tricks you can do. It's going to be a coin vanish. So like I said, I'm going to show you how it's done. So what it is coin through elbow. So what you do, you get a coin, just one coin, and you just slowly start rubbing like that. So you start feeling the friction. You'll start to feel your elbow warm up because of the friction caused. And with this friction, it will allow the card to pass through the bones and into my forearm. I mean, that sometimes happens when it gets too hot. You will, there we go, oh, it's happened again. Maybe this time, I think there's enough heat this time and there you have it. The coin has dissolved through the elbow and through all the bones in the sinew and into my arm. See, that's the trick. It's not the most elaborate or fancy coin vanish in the world. It is very much a beginner's trick. So particularly if you're just starting out in magic, if you're fairly young, or you just had no dexterity with your fingers yet, and you just want a quick, simple trick to try and fool, your grandparents or your friends. It's if performed well, it can look pretty convincing. But like I said, it's not the most amazing trick out there, but it's a cool starter trick. So what you do, you get yourself one coin, show that your arms and hands are empty, you got nothing hidden, and all you do is you take it in this grip here and just start rubbing, and then just talk about friction or whatever you want to. Just get the patter with the audience, so they're kind of looking at you more than what's going on. So then you purposefully drop it like that and just blame it on the friction or something, and then you go to pick it up, and you can either do what's called a French drop here, where you go to pick it up with the hand you're rubbing the elbow in, and from here you go to take it like so, but in actual fact it's still in your hand here. I've done what's called a French drop with the illusion of taking it, and then of course you can reveal that it has indeed dissolved into your hand, or vanished, whichever terminology you want to use. So just a quick few tips on the French drop. It's fairly easy to master, so only take you a couple of goes. Like I said, in about 5 minutes you'll have this trick done and ready, just like the other one, to go out and perform. So you hold, it'd be with whichever hand you're rubbing with. It'll be the hand that's up like this will be the one you're going to use the French drop in. So when it drops, rather than using this hand, you'll use the hand you're using as the elbow. You pick it up with your thumb, your first finger and your second finger in a position like this, and hold it like this, and then bring with your thumb locked in like this across to shield the fact that what you're going to do is literally from here let it drop into the palm of your hand. And you've got to get the timing, so as the hand comes you drop, and then from here on it's all about selling to the audience that you still have the coin in your hand. So from here it looks like I've still got the coin, then you just continue rubbing for a bit longer, and then of course you can show that it has gone. So like I said, with the French drop, when you've got it here, lock the thumb as you come across, and as you come across you let it drop into the palm of your hand, then continue as if the coin is still in that hand, and then do that. A little note to do when you're first starting, if you're finding it a bit difficult or you don't think it looks believable, what you can actually do is when you come across, actually take the coin so you can see what motion your hands do to actually grasp it. And then if you practice this in a mirror of actually taking the coin, you'll then understand what position you need to hold your fingers in for when you don't take it. So from here, actually take it. So that's what it would look like. That's why your thumb is hooked in, because that's what it would be if you were taking it like this. So then once you're comfortable with what it looks like taking the coin, then have the French drop, and then of course it's still there. So yeah, just leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and just in the comment sections below if you're having any difficulties with any of the things I've taught you today, or there's anything you want me to go through for a future video, any card tricks or coin magic, if you're particularly into a certain type of magic. Just let me know in the comments, and of course also make sure you subscribe and turn them notification bells on so you don't miss any of my future content. I've been Merlin Magic, and just make sure you practice, and then you too will be able to amaze your spectators with stunning tricks. And that is all for today's video, and I'll see you next time.